Yone top, they could put the Poppy jungle, they could put the Nico support. They have a lot of options.
Let's see what they do. I think it's Yone mid, Gwen top, Nico support.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be the most obvious one.
Yep.
No crazy shenanigans happening. Still happen with Kana. Try and get him that early kill so that he can then have all this agency in his lane. Because, I mean, speaking of ganks, here's Yike.
Yeah, Yike's on his way down towards the bottom side. Niski going to shape splitter, but stunned up with the Shield of Daybreak. And the Vault Breaker coming out. Niski flashes and is met with the Fist of Yike. First blood to Karmine Corp.
And just as value is going to come much later into the game. Getting in the way of those dashes, that Silas dash. But Yike looking once again, the stun connects.
Chain of Corruption going down onto Niski. There's Shield of Daybreak and pop goes the Nico. Taken out once the vision wherever they can. Yike is looking for Nako up towards the top side there. The grubs for Vitality, all three of them. There's a TP going back towards the top lane. Nako is immediately met with a Fist of Justice. The equalizer down as well. There's a cease and desist. And Nako in a bush that you know someone's in and they immediately kill it.
Yeah, I mean, these are all great points, but I'm afraid the little number next to the vision, Derek said last week, Triac, basically at full build, just needs those Zerkus Greaves and he's basically good to go.
Oh, Fate sealed, cease and desist, gonna chase him underneath the tower. There's a flash up, Skondap ducked into a counter Fate sealed. As Vladdy picks up the fourth for Karmine Corp. Now Kalist and Targums have to survive. Pop Blossom flashes forward. Kalist stunned into the wall even after his flash and his cleanse. Good dive from Vitality. Lince's channel earlier on. Nako as well with the Riftmaker trading in. Niski caught out. Zenith Blade tries to get away. Good Keeper's Verdict onto Targums. Lince's goes in with the stun as well. Pop Blossom from Vladdy. Stolen away. The counter pop from Niski, where he's the one that goes down first. He's an assist for the chase down onto Shayak, who tried to jump the wall, but couldn't escape. Targum is still chasing into him as Shayak is taken out by Kalist. Karmine Corp come on.
I'm not much of a reader myself.
You're just not going to pick a book.
No.
You could pick solo leveling as Yike is getting picked in the Rift Herald pit. Doesn't have a chance to get out of there. Now Rift Herald started up by Vitality. Karmine Corp, I think, we're playing for the mid-wave, and Yike was just caught out by himself.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to explain the rationale there from Yike, but I'm just going to say great pick.
It's my time, I believe, is Yike's rationale.
I guess he just assumed that he was safe. He had the Q from Vi and he thinks that he can get out, but then Poppy shows up and says, "You remember what I do, right?" And he's like, "Ah, right, yeah, nope, can't do that." In either way, Vitality find themselves another pick. They are looking to get themselves the first tower of the game. That'd be a very nice pickup.
Nako gonna dance forward here. Kalist is on mid tower, but with the Rift Herald charging in, that will be first tower of the game over to Vitality. Kalist has to flash away from Niski, and oh my god, he missed everything! The killer instinct in! Okay, Kalist was feeling himself, but I'm pretty sure he needs to... should be able to secure it before anyone from Vitality can challenge.
Easy objective secure. So KC now making their way back towards the mid, secure these objectives. Linces has spotted Kalist out.
Flash, looking for the knock into the wall, cleanse away. Keeper's Verdict coming out as well. But now Linces is on the wrong side of the rift, collapsed on alongside Niski. There's a Shield of Daybreak. Kalist survives well. Vitality lose 2 for deigning to...
Can't secure. That could have been a window where maybe they converted it into the bot tower, but instead looking for the longer-term prize of the Atacant.
And we see how many petals as well they get from it up at the top of the mini-map. Vladdy going in with the Pop Blossom here. There's a good amount of damage. Oh, prediction on the timing for Chayek to bounce back to his soul.
Onto the wall. Oh, we turn back to live. Quick, another action.
Decent assist onto Niski. There's the Pop Blossom out from him. Now Knuckles here as well. Vladdy now diving in. Targum is trying to get across the wall, but can't get close enough to jump onto Niski. Knuckle looking for the needlework. Will just chip away at the Vladdy as he walks back to the wave.
Yeah, and I mean, Vladdy and Yike working together flawlessly this game. Ooh, Niski, very close. I think Vladdy didn't have any vision there. He was able to keep Niski alive.
Niski's
just
dead!
Gonna die?
He's just dead! Kana knocked against the wall, but he manages to flash out. Targumus looking for the flank, the Solar Flame into the equalizer. Good double Keeper's Verdict from Linces will keep himself alive for the moment, but he has to walk back over the fire to escape. Yike gets the kill, Vitality lose 2.
But it just was not enough, and Kalist adding insult to injury, gonna wait for the cannon minion to fall, deny that tiny bit of extra gold towards Nako, and he's gonna secure the tower for KC.
Yeah, now in a 3.5k lead for Karmine Corp. We'll have another look at this. Like, Niski is already quite low, and then he just walks towards Kana, gets hit with 2 harpoons.
I mean, not much needed to break down there, really.
He got the root, though.
Back alive.
He got the root onto Kana. Cease and desist onto Linces. He's dead now, you have to feel. As Yike will claim his 4th of the game. Chayek unbinds his soul and sees that his blue buff has been removed from the rift. Niski walking in with the clone. The shape splitter will only spot out Karmine Corp stealing away more of the junk.
I mean, Vladdy and Yike, they're just padding out the stats now, roaming around as a dynamic duo, constantly finding pick after pick. The gold gap continues to grow as Nako trying to get something back on the side lane. But KC, they came to play in their home crowd. We've been hearing a lot from them that...
A little bit pushed forward as Vitality have cut off the rest of his team. Naka goes in, first needlework doesn't connect, but the second should. There's the equalizer. Kana, though, has a stopwatch and Targus jumps onto Kazi. Cleanse away from Kazi. Kana down first. Targus looking for the solar flame, but Kazi has the fancy beat on Yike Corp with a bait seal. Pop Blossom coming out as well. As Targus goes down, Vitality are going to get 3 out of this, and they don't lose a man. Kalist and Vladdy unable to respond in time.
KC, by reacting to keep their top laner alive, end up handing over 3 kills to Vitality and an exposed dragon. No jungler alive, but Vladdy, he's feeling himself.
He's got the killer instinct. Pop Blossom, in fact, was the one he stole away. He gets in, Niski's down, the Drake's still there as well. Oh, they've just done it! They've deleted them in front of their home crowd. 4-0 from Vladdy and Kalist. Now, Baron has been begun. Vitality looking to challenge. Niski has no flash to get in here with the Pop Blossom, and they turn on him immediately. He will use his ultimate, but to no avail. The dive onto... Oh, there have been some good moments.
KC they have been merciless with their aggression. Vladdy on the flank has the Nico ult himself.
He's in prime position to jump in.
He's waiting for the Lince's W to be used.
Pop Blossom, abscond abduct onto Kazi, and even though he's knocked away, Kazi is sent packing. Chayek trying to get in, Vladdy just catching the wave. He knows that the only keepers of justice here are Karmine Corp. 22-7 now at the 29-minute mark.
It's another slaughter with another great engage.
Nako, no.
He's trying to get something, but
what's he trying to get? Maybe trying to get Kalist, can't quite do it. Kalist survives.
He was down close.
He was close. He was close.
Kalist gonna have to go back to base with that one. Vitality do not have the numbers to contest.
So Mortal Kombat.
There's no...
Can you remember the Mortal Kombat theme song? I can't remember it at all.
Actually, it is in my head. That is not it. I know. Not necessary, but maybe it was, considering how close Kalist was to losing his life.
Also, it just feels really good as the support to be like, I was hiding in the bush all along. Here I am. Drake has been started. Ooh, dodge there from the Void Seeker, but Kalist, he gets it! He kills off Nako. Almost dead himself, but he survives. Kazi, Vladdy, he was invisible, Vladdy! You gotta stop doing this, Vladdy! It's incroyable from Vladdy! He's built a wall and he's making Vitality pay for it. That wall is damn blue today for Karmine Corp.
Kill after kill. The flash in from Yike
just keeps going. The equalizer as well on Linces. He can flash away, but I don't think even the safety of his base remains to him anymore. Karmine Corp gets soul. They win the kill. They get an ace. They win the fight, and they should take the base of Vitality.
Nothing but a slaughter from KC. There was one good fight from Vitality, but it was not enough.
I mean, that's the demolition. The explosiveness of Karmine Corp over the last 3 minutes or so.
It can help support and facilitate the Xin Zhao as well. Kennen going to be the response to a Yorloth in the top sides. And I think it can be a very good matchup for the Kennen for his bot lane. So by doing this, he's in a position to cover his camps, and he's in a position to protect from the dives. I'll flash in.
Flash, Shadowing Strike, double stun, double knock him as well. Kazi low, down to half HP, and now has nowhere to go. The Hounds will chase him down. Niski heals, trying to run away from Yike, who eviscerates him, but only down to half.
Going back to this lane and just finding more harassment.
So the question for Karmine Corp is, do you bail them out, or do you continue to play? Stun there on Nako. Linces flashes forward to get in range for the audacious charge, and Kana has no place to go. Linces gets Vitality on the board.
Nice game. Of course, Kalist still finds himself with a small gold lead for now, but the fact that Linces finds that gank in the top lane, the poke damage that's coming through onto Kalist.
Vladdy. We thought maybe it would be Yike going for the gank, but it's Vladdy instead. Nisqy does still have the flash here. Vladdy, Nisqy's out of vision, but Vladdy flashes forward. The Rune Prison enough. He chucked out the Flux and took down Nisqy. Now the crash down from Targamas as they look for KC as well, who has the flash, who has the barrier. Vladdy gets in range for the Rune Prison. Targamas looking for the CC, just baiting KC in. Remounts, KC's down. Targa gets the kill.
A massive overstep from KC. He still had the flash available as well, and he just hands over another kill. The Vitality bot lane becoming the target for KC in this series, and Yike uses that as an opportunity to set his sights onto top lane, looking for another cover.
Lightning Maelstrom out, and Nako still stunned underneath the tower. Doesn't go Mega in time. Yike gets the kill, and that was a very Corp. Targamas is waiting around the corner, but realizes rest of his team's nowhere near, so he does just back away. KC and Nisqy.
Of course, the downside of them committing this many members on the bot side is that the grubs are going to be secured, but this means that Yike can threaten a dive.
Hound's pursuit onto KC. There's the realm walk back in from Vladdy as well, and KC has the flash. Vladdy can't quite. Oh! Kalist cancelled it! He cancelled it, Vladdy! Kalist just cancelled it! Early on the smite, and it's Linsus who secures the red. Blast Cone, oh, Magna Storm in the Blast Cone forward from Karmine Corp into the middle of 3. Chayak falling low, KC in the midst of them all as Yike flashes away, but Nisqy gets the kill. And now the curtains open, they might close on Karmine Corp. They blasted in and then blasted back off to the fountain. Kalist follows suit, and just as we say, the Karmine
items are now being completed. KC still a ways away from the Collector.
Shadowing Strike coming out, there's the Weaver's Wall follow-up, and you can see with the Crescent Guard down, where you're going to go, Targamas, knocked back, jumped into the wall and taken out of ages and 201 stacks on his tier. I think for now, they're going to give up the ghost on this Drake. Vitality will get their second of
the bot side of the map, and we'll see how much it ends up costing them as...
Hana probably thinks he has lethal there. Slicing Maelstrom out, Nako still has the flash, but look at how much damage is already in the back of that. Nah, that was very clean.
That's a Korean cannon right there.
And it is. Both Kana and Vladdy not speaking English, I think, on the rift right now. It's a great play all round from Kana. I think Kana's ultimate comes up just as this fight begins. So the question is, do Vitality have the timer on that? Seismic shove back on Targamas. Realm Warp coming in. There's the curtain call. Targamas able to flash away behind Yike. Bullet time in as well, but the Crescent Guard stops it from Linsus, who flashes the wall himself. Yike falling low. Linsus the first to go down, though, as Yike is able to dodge away. Seismic shove on the Vladdy will take him down. Now a Weaver's Wall forward as Kana goes back in with a slicing Maelstrom and absolutely nukes Nisqy. Now it's looking for KC off towards the top side. Chayak able to get a kill. Kana locked up by Nako against the wall. KC will kill him off. It's a triple for Chayak. Kana hit with a wallop. Kalist was able to kill off the enemy mid right to the map. Yike maybe looking for the eviscerate across the wall. Okay, fight's over. We take a little break. Have a cuppa. And the Weaver's Wall down. Realm Warp coming out as well to try and protect the AD carry. Not taken by anyone. Kana on vision as he looks for a flank. Dragon started by Vitality. Targamas out of vision in the bush. Seismic shove dodged by Kana. No flash on him, but does have that slicing Maelstrom. Targamas has no flash either. Nako goes in. There's the Gnar back. Slicing Maelstrom only used on one. Double wallop, double stun. Double seismic shove. The Magnet Storm comes out, but it's too little, too late. Yike knocked against the wall. He'll kill off Nako, but there's no escape for him. It's 4 for 1 for Vitality.
Exceptional patience from Vitality throughout that entire Dragon exchange. From utilizing the Rift Heralds to forcing KC out of the river to great utilization of vision control, making it so much harder for KC to face check. Step by step, Vitality picked apart KC. They wait, the double stun connects with the two-man knockup from Chayak, and then at this point the fight is over. So reliant on Targamas to find the engage. And this man is a level 7 Rel. He melts before he even gets close enough to find a good engage. I think this Karma pick was such a great response in terms of your ability to disengage and poke. The Otacon Ace started off 3.5k HP.
I can just go in here, call to the pack, look for the seal, can't get it. Smited by Linsus, Yike has to flash away. The chase continues though, and there's the root, there's the Gnar, and there's Yike going down. Another 2 Vitality, 6 trying to bait Vitality forward here. Yike doing the same. Targamas goes in. There's a Magnustorm slicing Maelstrom, but they're only going to catch on to 1. Knuckle the next target. He's down to half. Who pops before he can go into the Meganar? And Karmine Corp have come to fight in this team fight. Kana goes down. 3 members of KC going forward as Kazi immediately flashes away. Vladdy opens up, chucking out spell blocks after spell blocks, but he's the one that falls first. A double for Kazi. Goes down after, in the end.
In previous fights, Vitality had stopped Kana to getting onto any priority targets. But this time, Kana got on top of Chayak, one of the biggest damage dealers on the side of Vitality. And so they have to commit quite deep. A lot of summoners were used. Kalist Flash is gone, Vladdy Flash gone.
Actually, Karmine Corp, oh, Kana! He baits everyone down. The Weaver's wall coming out as Vitality want to take the fight afterwards. Knuckle doesn't have a TP, he stays towards the bottom side. There's a slicing Maelstrom! He doesn't need Flash to get in the back line. Come up here! I have a bit of electricity for you, says Kana. Chases in, lands the stun onto Chayak as Targamas dives forward. Takes the tower, the Hounds pursue them. Linces will find one, but he dives back into his demise. And it's all gone tipsy-turvy. It's all gone on its head for Vitality as KC get the Baron, get 3 kills, and are looking for an inhib.
It's such a rookie mistake by Vitality to send your jungler bot with the Baron available and no way to answer. KC may even be looking to end the game.
Kazi's up in 9. I don't know. Is this greedy from KC?
Yes, it is.
First Nexus Tower, their target. Vladdy coming in. He'll land the root on Knuckle. Kazi begins to open up. Kalist is down. 1, 2. Oh, just out of range for Yike and Vladdy. Knuckle's still chasing forward. Vladdy able to sidestep Knuckle's boulder, but the chase continues. Yike has a blast cone there to get away if he needs it. Vladdy has one as well and should be able to get to the wall just in time to escape the claws of Knuckle.
Not a terrible play, because it's going to make it very difficult for KC to get back. They do, of course, have the Rise ultimate. They're going to use it to look for a pick.
They go in onto Niski. Hounds pursue. He's rooted with the Rune Prison, and that prison will be his grave. Tier 2 falls in the mid lane. Make sure they at least know one of the sides they can be flanked of, and they control that control ward pretty well. Baron up in 8 seconds' time.
It's KC that have position. You'll notice that it's completely dark on the top side of the map.
Weaver's wall flash forward from Linces, looking for Targamas. He'll find him. Stopwatch from Shayak. Magnustorm from Targamas doesn't really do too much, nor does the bullet time. Linces going back in, corner of the pack, out from Yike, but he almost dies, has to flash the wall. Knuckle going for Vladdy, slicing Maelstrom only onto Knuckle, who flashes away himself. He's rooted and stunned up. Good long range deadly flourish from Kazi, catches Kana but can't take him down. A 1-for-1, a 2-for-1, in fact, the exchange as Yike died towards the top side. Not quite sure how that happened.
Yeah, I thought that he'd flashed away into the red pit and gotten away to safety.
Yeah, same.
But I think Kazi's ultimate is actually what finished him off. So with the jungler gone, this Baron now becomes a real threat for KC. Vitality
Kana TP.
Does have it available. He's committed it. The fog
Seismic shove onto Vladdy. Has the Seraphs. Just enough shielding to keep him alive for now, but not when Kazi begins to open up. TP comes in, throw water to the back of the pit. No flash for Kana. Yike still a while away. We need to get there quicker, but can't get in range in time. Vitality, nice stuff. As Vitality are giving up the Ghost on the Drake. They know it's only the 3rd for Karmine Corp. Karmine Corp accepting the exchange of top inhib for a Dragon. You've seen taking an inhib doesn't win you the game, but the top one is a skills needed to be a support. Karmine Corp a little bit late to playing around their top lane inhibitor tower. Won't be here to defend it in time. Knuckle on that goes up, comes down, puts some damage onto Knuckle, but Chayak now shepherding in that mid lane wave, makes it harder. You've got to defend on 2 fronts. If you're Karmine Corp, Kazi goes in, should take the inhib. KC have lost 2 inhibitors now. Top back up in 3 minute fight. Wave in mid is neutral. Top wave, no supers there. Someone could be in the back of the pit. Vladdy, oh, they're looking for it. They're looking for the Realm Walk combo. Vladdy and Kana going in, but Targamas is caught. Bullet times opens up. There's the curtain call. Weaver's wall out. Kana goes in with a slicing Maelstrom, only onto Knuckle. Targamas caught towards the top side. Knuckle knocks 2 into the wall. Kazi flashes forward and 1's down already. Yike almost the second to fall. He's able to run away from Knuckle. The Drake secured by Kalist. KC lose 2, but do manage to get the soul. Yike spotted out in the pit. Will he get away in time? Niski's going to chase Targamas. Kalist will get back. Niski, a little bit too deep here, you got to feel. Uses the Manjin in a flame. He buys a lot of time. Double TPs in. 8 seconds before Yike and Targamas are back. Kalist has no bullet time to clear the wave. There are mites here as well, but they make it rain enough. Yike and Targamas now here to join their comrade in arms. The GA popped. The wave under the tower, enough. The wall-up hits. Nucko goes in. Double gnar from him. There's the stopwatch we were talking about into the cyclist job. And Vitality have done it. They fought back and they'll even out the series against Karmine Corp at 1-1.
An incredibly hard-fought battle from Vitality. From a catch into a throw.
Pretty sure. I like the rel hover, immediate realization, I can't hover this champion. Instead, Nami is the lock alongside the Corki, so looking for a little bit more harass in that bot lane for Niski and Kazi.
I feel like this is like a season.
It's called the Chaos Ray, and then they made it all Arcane-y.
Yep.
So it's Arcane Storm now instead of Chaos Storm. As Niski has to flash. A couple of auto attacks here. Kazi falling low as well. Cleanse away from Kalist. Kazi stunned, immediately cleanses himself. Targamas now doesn't have a flash and doesn't have a leg to stand on. Targamas dies to Niski.
And that's to secure this dragon completely uncontested.
Manages to get it. Linces all the way on the top side of the map. Just picked himself up a bunch of Ruby Crystals.
In any case, right now we have Linces hovering bots.
Oh, here we go. Glacial Prison. Well, it's going to get a slow on Targamas. There's the Aqua Prison as well as they manage to kill off the Braum. Grand Starfall in by Yike. Niski needs to work on that positioning. He's caught out a 1-for-1 exchange for himself with the Grand Starfall in. He gets Karmine Corp's first on the board. Kana going in here. Grandmaster's might being used. Niski in the right position to force out Kana's flash. And now the chase continues for Nucko. Good leap strike away. Nucko won't be able to get in range. Yike and Targamas on their way across. Nucko no flash. Niski does have his back up. Flash from Yike past the Aqua Prison. Nucko down. Yike gets his second. Niski unable to help his top laner any further.
A quick let these go. Right now they're even on objectives, even if the grubs are secured by Vitality. And it gives him an opportunity to clear through his camps. You can see he's got a lot of camps up. The red is also spawning very soon, so he wants to clear these out as quickly as he can ahead of the dragon spawning in 55 seconds.
10 seconds away, Betty.
Linces choosing not to reset after grubs. He did his red into his bot camps. Now he's going to be in position as everyone arrives.
Nucko with the World Ender. There's a Grand Starfall. Niski, the bubble a mile wide from anything, really. Niski goes down. TP in from Shayak, but no CC to lock him up before he jumps away. He brings down a star. But, more of a damp squid than anything else. Targamas locked up in the glacial prison, though, and doesn't have the opportunity to move before he is felled by Vitality.
Really going to be converted, so an interesting game where it's just simply a matter of kills, trading back and forth. Objective very even. The stun, very close. Is this a dive, though? I think it is.
I don't even think it needs to be a dive, Betty. Giant Quartz back into the Arcane Storm. Vladdy gets the kill. As Yike had the CC. Linces looking for Yike across the wall here. Aegis Assault is a lot, but there's a Heart Steel stack onto Yike. Gravity Well coming down. Linces flashing forward for a little bit more. Niski flashes in as well. Lands the bubble. Shut down for Linces.
Target where they feel it's the safest, even if it gets them a small advantage. Admittedly, right now, the goal... Kana.
That's a bait. Glacial Prism going in. Linces going there. Glacial Fisher coming out. Kana flashed away from the Q3 and gets the auto off just in time. Grand Starfall down. Yike and Targamas now need to retreat because Linces is here alongside Niski. Permafrost into the Aqua Prison. Targamas trying to turn it back around onto Linces, and they both dodge the Blade of the Northern Winds, but Linces has got one. They're looking for the melee autos here. The Aqua Prison lands again. Yike, though, will get a counter kill, and now will try and chase down Niski. Does he have the mana to do much? Niski sidesteps. Prison just short of the bubble. Doesn't connect, but
Niski's gonna get him.
Tidecaller's blessing isn't enough. Yike, he gets him. Evan Flow. Evan.
Fight, but Chayak just picks up another kill.
Oh, Yike goes in. Niski.
That was spearfishing done right. And loving the aggression we've seen from both junglers this series. Both Linces and Yike really putting their all, especially now that we've entered the mid-game. Targamas looks very squishy with these items right now.
TP, but it's already gone, no? Rift Tower secure. Chayak has the The skies descend, that empowered ultimate, but no place to use it. Glacial Prison going out onto Vladdy. There's the tidal wave follow-up. Yike trading towards the top side, and Nagnaka will keep him in the midst of the fight. Yike's gonna fall. So Vitality do find one out of using that teleport.
At the very least, they
can. Oh, it was solid, right? Okay, so what have we got? Well, we've got Targmas flashing onto Kazi. Flash follow, cleanse from Kazi to try and get away, but there's no escape for him.
Nice flash there by Targamas. Off in the side lane, chipping away at these towers. I should say chunking away at these towers. He looks like a demolition ball the way he knocks that one down. First tower of the tower. You can choose the base. And I wonder if he can get a cheeky upgrade in. Oh, nope, they're just going to get the dragon. Never mind.
I mean, I think KC kind of gave this one up.
It looks like it, yes. I was already setting up in my head. I was like, okay, he's going to go back, TP, ready for the fight. And instead they're going to be like, right, okay, you take dragon, we'll take Arakan.
Yep, there we go.
I will say, I don't think Arakan is that big of a deal. That's my take on it.
You say that to his mum.
Okay.
His mum loves him.
Okay.
His whole,
I didn't say that
world.
he wasn't doing his best.
That he's not that big of a deal.
I just...
Okay, well, let's lock back in, Betty, okay? We're 22 minutes in, and Kazi is being caught out. And Kazi is dead. Niski, short to follow. As Targamas and Kalist begin to open up, the skies distend. Targamas trying to get away from the Inferno. Jason will stand beside Kalist. Now Linsus running for the hills as Kana doesn't quite have the leap strike range to get on towards the Vitality jungler. Pings down towards the bot lane tier 2 as KC realize they can play on 2 lanes at once, but it looks like they just want to crack this mid tier 2. Vladdy and Targamas stepping forward. Kalist taking the long route away. Linsus here, will dash in. Is there any follow-up from KC? Chayak going forward, there's the Glacial, sorry, the Gravity Well. Onto Linsus, follow-up from Yike and Kalist now on a killing spree. 3 quick kills out of this exchange for the dog. Kana gets more in the bot lane.
It's a single misplay from Kazi. Like, he Valkyries in, anticipating a play to come through from his team. Oh, Kana goes in, and he goes right back out.
Generally, but you can see 35 petals now for KC. That's a lot of extra experience they've been able to gain. Unbreakable coming out from Targamas. Fisher splits the uprights. Niski going in as well as Nagnaka tries to dive onto Kalist on the back line. Needs another auto attack to take down the dog, and he won't get him. Kalist survives. And now the collapse continues from KC. The Arcane Storm on Chayak, he has to flash away from it. Only Linsus and Chayak left alive.
The mechanics from Kalist in that play were out of this world. The fact that he held his ground, the fact that he held his cleanse for as long as he did, and he ends up getting a double kill in that scenario was absolutely crazy. Great play from Targamas, being the support that he very much needed to be to keep his AD carry alive. And while the supports were very much...
jumps on Kalist as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and so that's why he chooses not to cleanse. So that was crucial because Aatrox finds a flank angle onto the back. So he uses his cleanse.
See the pings happening towards the top lane wave? They're like, we can play off this one. That's where Vladdy is moving up to right now. They've already pushed through mid, so they're looking for the tier 2 in top to play just one lane. Now, because they have to split up a little bit here with Kana drawing attention towards the mid lane inhibitor.
Cannons chipping away at the HP of the tower. As well, Kana in mid lane. I mean, Vitality just don't have the wave clear needed to defend their base.
No, man down as well right now as Nagnaka pushed through the bot side. Kana goes in, lands a stun onto Chayak. They're looking for the follow-up. Skies descend. Does manage to get the knock-up on a couple of members of Karmine Corp, but not much doing there for Chayak. It was more defensive than anything else. Now, Karmine Corp did push too greedily in game 2 and cost themselves the game in the end. Targamas now dashing forward, singularity onto Kalist. Nagnaka going in, but he's stunned immediately as Kalist goes unstoppable. Karmine Corp still a man to the good. Kalist down at half HP though. They have a huge amount of life steal. There's a Grand Starfall as they dive towards the back line. Linsus flashing away, but the Nexus towers go down. And in sub 30 minutes, Karmine Corp will take the series on home ground.
A single good fight in the mid lane was all they needed to